Yeah. You were supposed to send me for the crossplay, for the disc off. The disc jam.
Yeah, send it to you on PSN.
Okay. Did you send it to me on PSN or did you send it to me on ESN?
On Xbox Live.
Xbox Live? Okay, that's perfect. You helped me out a lot. You got me the screenshot from Rocket League, and you also got me the disc. So, but Disc Jam was on that list of the guy that sent me the other crossplay list that like killed himself when he did that. Yeah, yeah, he
Oh, when he
sent me
helped you
that.
out.
Mhm.
All those idiots do that.
That's the thing. It's like that. The what's it called again? Yeah, fuck. The
Continue.
Shazam trailer. It felt really like a film. It felt like the film. Tom Hanks in it.
Kid, I know what
Big.
you big. Yeah, and they said that it was supposed to feel that way because you got to remember he has a superhuman body, but he's still a kid. So I
No,
think
of
they're gonna
course.
make a good one.
That's it. That's the thing, though. He is a kid, but when he says Shazam, he transforms into Shazam.
Hmm. But he still has the mind of a kid. He's not a mature adult. Thank you. Thank you, Son of Sam. You gave me
Kim Possible.
that
See the
link
first
from
photo of
Insomniac
Disney's
Games.
live-action Kim Possible.
Thanks. Sony Interactive Entertainment is the publisher of Marvel Spider-Man, and as such, it's permanent. It's a permanent
I forgot they were doing a
exclusive
live-action
to the
film for Kim
PS4
Possible.
consoles. Man, I don't know how many times they gotta reiterate that shit, bro.
You said permanent too.
We have nothing to do with any previous Spider-Man games, so can't help you there. Fucking idiots, bro.
Yeah, it showed Wonder Woman. Showed Wonder Woman
Exactly,
footage as
that's what I
well.
don't understand. Like, they don't understand the difference between a different developer or not. Like, a developer, oh my god, bro, a developer can make different games. Like, I don't even understand that, bro. I just want to look at my foot, please. My foot. Gibbity gib gib get it gib bip bip boop boop boop.
I'm actually pretty happy about that.
So what's the name of the moron you're gonna be fighting?
Zildjian 6'5", or is it Zald? Jian, or fuck this dumb shit. Fuck his name. I don't care. I'm debating
English,
some.
motherfucker. You speak it.
Well, you got to tell these guys stop picking stupid names. This is a name of a band or some shit.
Valhalla.
Valhalla. Yep, exactly. That's the name of the band.
Ramstein.
Supercons concept 20.
How much coming in the end? Pretty much the whole brother that Godzilla. It's literally the next Godzilla film is Earth is fucked. It's just like
I know. Did you watch that? That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. That's my favorite trailer from today, and as well as Aquaman. Like they're my two favorite trailers today. Like Shazam was alright, but yeah, Godzilla was like that. I wanted to know because the next film they're doing with Godzilla is Godzilla vs King Kong. And it's like, this is perfect.
It is perfect, but damn, I didn't expect them to fuck the whole planet up.
Well, yeah. This is the thing. It's like because obviously at the end of Godzilla, well, actually no, I can't say anything because Son Sam still needs to watch it. But like, it's just Godzilla's not a bad guy.
Hold on, Adam. I'm doing the debate. What's up?
Debating again? Seriously?
Not much. How about you? Sorry about that. We had stream issues.
Okay.
Yeah, my OBS decided it didn't really want to work, but we got OBS working now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna message my mods to tweet this out real fast. Get this out there because the last one got bad. So how are you doing today?
Fuck. I'm alright. We need to mix. playing video games. I need to do a race real quick.
Playing video games.
I just don't have enough to buy that car right now. Do not have enough to buy that car right now.
See how it sounds. It's buffering. But my internet was clocking in at 300 earlier today. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit go live one more time.
Yeah, no problem. No.
This is the only thing on the internet. I don't know why my internet is doing this. Well, welcome to our 4 viewers watching this evening. Okay, we're good now. We're good.
Okay.
So, moderators, bring people in here. Let's move, spread the word. So, today's topic: why and how Sony is the devil and ruining gaming.
Yeah, I thought you was waiting for more people to get here. Cause I got like 4 people on my stream and I'm still racing. I got 5 more laps. How many people are in your stream?
Yeah, there's 5 showing here. And it's showing a red for some reason. It should be a green. Hold on.
I really wish we get rid of that shit. Okay, well,
Turn off Chrome. Log out Chrome, maybe. I'll make it ring to run all what's here. Maybe if
I'm sure me on mic and watch a video.
Chat, let me know. So today's topic is why and how Sony is devil of gaming, and that they are ruining gaming. Thought you'd be a great person for this.
Okay. Is that your opinion, or is that like, do a lot of other people think Sony's the devil of gaming?
It's my opinion, but a lot of people share it.
Is it like a news article or something that people think that Sony's that evil that you would call them the devil of video games?
I'm using that analogy because there's so many problems of Sony as a company as a whole, of what they're doing with gaming.
So you don't think they make good video games?
It's not that. I think there's more bad than there is good, especially in the business side of things.
Okay, can you give me like an example of what you think they did bad so much that you would call them like the devil? Like, devil is kind of strong.
Does he sound like Stephen Hawking?
Backwards compatibility. They expect you to subscribe to the service that is complete crap if you don't have great internet where you stream old games.
Yeah, but didn't you guys say you wanted to play these games on your system? You can stream them. Why is stopping you from doing that?
But what's stopping them from putting in a PS3 disk driver in there?
Because they have a system to sell. And still not enough money.
Wait. They have a system to sell. You're referring to a PS3?
Yeah, PS3, PS4, the system games that you're...
That's 20.
Off the PS3 anymore.
And you think they should just give them to the PC platforms? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying the PS4 could benefit from having backwards compatibility. It would help me and make me so much more love a PS4 if I know, hey, I can put in PS3 games into this.
You know, I felt that way in about 2004 when I brought my first DS. I saved up a lot of money, worked a lot of chores to come up with half of the price of a DS, and I found out that a lot of my games actually did have backwards compatibility, but the next version of the DS scrapped the backwards compatibility, and they only allowed you to do normal Game Boy Advance games, and then just, you know, no, I think they eliminated that eventually too with the DS. I'm just saying all of that to say that Nintendo's been scrapping backwards compatibility from their platforms for many, many years. Prime example, the Nintendo Switch has no backwards compatibility. It seems like that flew right over your head. You don't really have a problem with that.
Because it's not possible in the system, and they're adding it with the online service.
How are they adding it? They don't have a what is that shit called?
They're adding a bunch of NES games at launch of the service, but they're going to be adding more games and more different systems to it.
That's what it was called, Virtual Console. They don't have that on the Nintendo Switch.
I'm actually glad there's no Virtual Console, but they're scrapping it for a more Netflix style service like Xbox Game Pass.
Is it out?
No, it comes out in September.
Okay, we'll see. So you want Sony to put all their games on a service so you can download those on your PS4.
No. I want backwards compatibility to stick PS3 games into that, like I can with my Xbox One. Like I don't feel like if I don't feel like playing Black Ops in my room, I can go out in the living room, put Black Ops into my Xbox One. I can play it.
And you want that for the PS4?
Absolutely. To play some of those old Kingdom Hearts games, some of those old Gran Turismo games, and so on and so forth would be amazing.
Well, I mean, I got a PS3. If it's really that big of a deal for me, I could see why you wouldn't want a PS4, and maybe the PS4 is really just not a fit for you. Because if this far into the generation, 2 years left in this generation, if you're still having a problem with backwards compatibility and that destroys your experience with the platform, I don't really see a point of you having it. If playing old games is what you require to be happy with your investment, why do you even own a PS4?
I'm not saying if I do or don't own one. It's a matter of that's not even the subject at hand if I own a PS4 or PS2 or whatever. It doesn't matter what I own or what I don't. What I'm saying is... It
does matter if you own it, because you're bitching about having a feature on a platform you may or might not own, spreading fake outrage. So, I guess I ask you this. Do you own a PS4 currently to use these features that you're bitching about?
Why does it matter if I own a PS4?
It does matter because you're bringing up an argument on a platform you clearly are describing to me that you don't even own. So are you trying to bring this topic up to make me care about a feature that I don't even care about? I did remember that you just said something about Kingdom Hearts, and I have all the Kingdom Hearts games available on my PS4, including the 3DS remaster and the PSP remaster. And as you remember, Square Enix never made the PSP version of Kingdom Hearts digital, so you had to have the physical up until they remastered it. And you can play those Kingdom Hearts in 60 frames per second on a PS4. So I'm trying to figure out...
But you gotta rebuy it, correct?
Of course you have to rebuy it. It's a 60 frames per second version with more content. So yes, you have to rebuy it.
Here's my question to you, JayTechTV. May I ask you a question?
Cool. Go ahead.
Crossplay, is that a problem to you? The fact that Sony is literally blocking Fortnite accounts.
I'm playing Gran Turismo right now, and crossplay is the last thing on my mind. I'm being honest.
But Sony's literally blocking accounts. They're blocking them, preventing people from playing Fortnite on their Switches, on their Xbox, on their mobile, whatever, if it's connected to PS4.
On your forehead.
I don't think it's that big of a problem if you really think about it. If you want to play Fortnite on another account, I think it's fair that you make another account and you get those kills and those skills on that account. I don't see a real reason why you should bring your stats over. You're playing with a new community. You should have to go earn everything.
What about the people that have spent hundreds of, possibly thousands of dollars?
People that spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a free-to-play title are idiots. Why would you spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a free-to-play game? Why? Why would you do that? Why is that smart?
I'm not saying I do it, but there's tons of people.
But why? Why is that a good? Why is that a good thing to support anti-consumer practices like microtransactions and DLC? Why is that a good thing?
Not pro-consumer.
So okay, let me get this straight. You're telling me that it's anti-consumer
to support microtransactions and DLC. That is something all gamers said they didn't like.
Did you like when Kevin Spacey flew into the air?
But obviously people don't mind it in a game like Fortnite.
I don't know why. I laughed at that a lot.
People don't mind. And the fact of the matter is okay. Here's the problem. If Sony doesn't want you to play with people on the Xbox or the Switch, that's their business.
That ran over Click or whatever runs that ragdoll effect was too hilarious.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
What did you say again? Repeat that.
If Sony doesn't want crossplay with the Xbox or the Switch, that is perfectly okay, correct?
Yeah, it's their decision if they want that feature connected to other platforms that they are competing against. I don't see how that benefits them at all in this competition.
That's not my question. Okay, so you agree that's their right.
That's their right to allow that feature. To allow that feature on the competitors. Yes, to allow that feature on the competitor console. Yes or no? Yes. They don't block the feature when they do crossplay with unlimited amounts of games with the PC.
You're literally blocking accounts.
Yeah, there he goes.
And you're stressing this fact that they're blocking accounts like I'm eventually gonna care. How am I sympathetic to this?
How do you not care about... Okay, so let's take a title.
Do you think I play Fortnite? I care nothing about the game. I've deleted it over 3 different times. I spent $20 on microtransactions, and I don't really see a whole point in the game.
Just deleting it for fun.
But just because you don't see the point in the game doesn't mean there aren't millions of people that enjoy it and love the game. There's a lot of people that play it.
And I think they're young and casual.
Some of them are casual, some of them hardcore.
And some of them are young. It's a bright and colorful, fun game. It appeases to casuals.
A lot of kids play. I had a guy at my job telling his son wanted to get a high-end PC to play Fortnite.
Literally blocking
Did he slap his son?
accounts
He said,
on other systems if it's connected to PS4.
You just answered your own question. You just answered your own question.
Now, how did I answer my own question? Please explain that to me. Because I do not know how I answered it.
If it's connected to the PS4. That was the last thing you said. If it's connected to the PS4, Sony has the decision. They have the right to say if you want to play with them or not. You can't force a company to do something with fake outrage. So you're forcing Sony to do crossplay with fake outrage. That's basically what you guys want to do.
It's not crossplay. If they don't want to, let's say I were to log into a game right now. if they don't want me to be playing the people on Xbox or Switch in that game, that's their right, because it's on their system.
Exactly.
But to block accounts in a game, that's not even a Sony IP. It's not even a Sony game.
Okay.
It's an Epic Games.
Exactly. Once again, you're answering your own question. You're answering everything for yourself. Let me explain to you.
Please explain to me how.
It's an Epic game. Epic is giving them the authority to block it. Do you think that Epic is not in on it? They make bank off of the PS4 community more so than Xbox and Nintendo Switch combined. You do know that, right? PS4 has the biggest install base on consoles.
Show me your proof that they're making more money on PS4. I want to see links and evidence.
So you don't believe that PS4 sold more than Xbox One and Nintendo Switch?
Just because it sold more doesn't mean more people are playing it on the system.
And
are you stupid?
Where's your proof for that?
Seriously this stupid?
That's common knowledge.
No, okay, so if it's common knowledge what you said, it's common knowledge what I said, basically. So your common knowledge is my common knowledge, basically.
I just want to see where you're getting your
okay, let me point out something. If a multi-platform game releases on the PS4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One, which system sells the most?
It depends on the game, obviously.
Can you name a game that sold better on PS4, better on Nintendo Switch and Xbox more than PS4? Can you name one?
I don't know because
you can't because you know the facts. You know PS4 has a massive install base, second to that of the PC. And they get a lot of money from the PS4 community. There's a lot of people on Fortnite that can spend more money because you don't need to pay for online. On Xbox, you have to pay the $60 fee to access Fortnite Battle Royale. On PS4, my friend Mr. J that speaks to Fratanga and Rags all the time, this asshole didn't renew his PlayStation Plus. So for the last 3 months, Mr. J, not included in myself, he has been playing on the PlayStation without PlayStation Plus. He's been in our party chat, he's been on our live streams, and his dumb ass has been on Fortnite since I could fucking remember him and Brian just enjoying the game. I disagree. I think the game is garbage. However, I found out that this guy hadn't renewed his PlayStation Plus, and for unknown reasons to myself, he is playing the game with other players online for free. Just like Warframe, just like Skyforge, just like Terra, just like H1Z1, there are tons of free-to-play, online, multiplayer, competitive games on the PS4 that don't require you to pay for the online membership. On Xbox, however, you have to pay the fee. So,
you're right. You have to pay for Xbox Live.
So, something being free. So, do you believe something being free generates more people than being behind a paywall?
More than likely, but I don't know the exact.
Okay, so after all of this information I have given to you, you believe people are going to pay for the paywall for Xbox Live Gold and play Fortnite more than PlayStation gamers that can play the game completely free, just like the PC community.
Just based off sheer sales numbers, if you want to go that route, just based off numbers, it's more likely that more people are playing on PS4 due to also the fact you can stream right from the PS4. That's a big appeal to people, is that you can stream right from it.
And whose fault is that?
That's not a fault. I'm saying that's a big appeal for it. So
that too, and then of course you can do crossplay with the other massive amount of Fortnite community, which is the PC.
Yeah, but what if I have a buddy on Xbox that really wants to play?
Then let him play.
You don't think me and him should be able to play together if he has a different system?
If you're gonna give him how much money is Xbox Live for 3 months? It's like what, $15, $20, something like that. If you're gonna give him $20 or something like that, so he can play Fortnite, a free-to-play game that's on your preferred platform, I'm guessing PC, then yeah, that's cool. But you gotta take into account, you guys might be separate, but you are not at all equal. One of you guys have to pay a fee to access an online game, the other does not. I don't agree with that.
What's wrong with PlayStation just allowing me to play with my friend on Xbox while I'm on a PS4? What's wrong with that?
Because you're clearly helping Microsoft because you need an online fee to play the game. So don't you think that's helping Microsoft? Don't you think the whole crossplay movement is actually helping Microsoft than anybody else?
What's wrong with crossplay? I don't see anything wrong with it.
Crossplay between Xbox is helping only Xbox. You have to sell a Xbox Live Online, what is it? Xbox Live Online Gold membership to that person that wants to play Fortnite or any game labeled free to play, because it's actually not free to play, because you need an Xbox Live Gold membership to access the online feature for that free to play title, including Fortnite.
Or maybe Sony's hurting themselves with all their PR right now.
So you believe a paywall? You believe a paywall is equal to that of bad PR?
Oh my god, you can't be real, dude.
Microsoft is doing so much more things right, in my opinion, than Sony. Backwards compatibility, Xbox Game Pass, where you actually install the games and not just stream them. Where you install the games.
Okay, and with all the great things in your opinion that you're just throwing at me, people still don't buy it as much as PS4. Can you explain that?
Yes, I can, because it came off to a very rocky start, and
yeah, but that rocky start was 5 years ago. That rocky start was 5 years ago. You can't keep riding that rocky start that was 5 years ago. It is 2018. It's not 2013. Explain.
It's very hard to come back. It's very hard to come back from a bad start like Microsoft had. Sony had the same issue.
Yeah, but they came back at the end, didn't they? They came back at the end very, very strong.
Sony was always outselling them on a yearly basis. Xbox
yeah, and guess what? Guess what? The next generation of gaming consoles is 2 years away. So Microsoft still has 2 years. Do you think they can come back at the rest of this year? With all the good stuff, you're telling me all the good stuff Xbox has. Do you think all this good stuff is a reason to buy an Xbox One and skip a PS4 this holiday season?
I think there's always a better reason to buy a PC rather than a console, in my personal opinion.
Okay, so basically you're telling me that Xbox has no chance this year.
No, as far as the Xbox goes in next generation, Xbox is going to win.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about next generation. I'm talking about the remainder of this year and next year. Do you believe the Xbox One has a chance to overtake the PS4 in sales? Because of their good features that you listed off to me.
There's some doing a lot better, and there's a chance that they can catch up. I don't think they'll beat it in this generation.
Okay, so basically, you're telling me all these great features, Game Pass, other stuff. You're telling me all of this crossplay. I guess I add that to the feature. All the other stuff that you can remind me that you were like spurting out. These are not enough to make gamers go and buy an Xbox One compared to a PS4. Even though more gamers currently already own a PS4 compared to Xbox One. So what is the reason not to buy Xbox One when you're telling me all this good stuff that I should care about, but I don't?
It's all about preference. Some people prefer PS4. Some people prefer Nintendo Switch, like myself. Some people prefer Xbox. Some people prefer PlayStation. Some people prefer Atari. Whatever they're doing right now, that giant mess that's the 2600 or whatever it's called, VCS. Some people have different preferences because they like different things.
They just continue that one,
obviously, people prefer Sony in this generation. That's all it is. Obviously, that's what they prefer.
A lot of people really did prefer Sony last generation, but the Xbox 360 came out a whole year earlier. So people jumped on a system that was a year earlier compared to the system they had to wait a year for and pay an addition.
It costs, was it $600 for the original PlayStation 3?
Yeah, I was literally about to get to that, but thanks for reminding me. The price of the PS3 was a lot more than the Xbox 360 ever was. Also, the launch lineup was very, very lacking. However, they made up for it with not with crossplay, with a price drop and exclusives. Those were really all that it needed, and some good advertisement.
we get is what
you emphasize exclusives. And chat, you can chime in on this. I want to hear everyone's opinion on this. You always bring up exclusives, but you talk about an exclusive for 2 weeks, then it's not mentioned again. And that's the cycle that you and so many other YouTubers are on.
Yeah, when Gran Turismo Sport came out, I guess you could say I talked about it for a little bit, and then I might have not talked about it at all, but I've been playing the shit out of it. It has a new update coming out next week, and I've been playing it and featuring it in a lot of live streams. Just because I don't say the name in the title doesn't mean I'm not playing it on a weekend in live streams. So what is your point?
Exclusives are bad for gaming.
Okay, so once again, one of the major reasons that the PS4 is beating the Xbox that you did not want to say was exclusive. That is the real reason why Xbox won't overtake the PS4 this year or next year, because of exclusives. You can deny it all you want, you can deny it as much as you want, but you do understand the impact that a game like Spider-Man is going to have, as well as a game like The Last of Us 2 next year. Those games are major games. They are going to have a big impact on the market. Can I buy Spider-Man on Xbox? No, I can't. So, well, some people are going to want to buy the system that Spider-Man is on. And sadly for yourself, the game is exclusive to PlayStation, so you're shit out of luck if your preference is the PC.
But why do I need to go out and buy a whole nother box?
I'm not telling you to. I'm telling you that you don't need to.
No, that's exactly what you're telling me. If I want to play Spider-Man, I have to buy a whole nother box.
You do not. I'm telling you, whatever your name is,
what you just said to me.
Whatever your name is, I'm letting you know right now, you do not need to. All you need to do is come over to JayTechTV on September 8th and watch me play the fuck out of this amazing game. You're going to get all that you need to know about that game. That's what I do all the time. I'm doing it right now while I'm talking to you. I am live streaming at 1080p 60 frames per second for Gran Turismo Sport, a game that you might have said I only talked about for 2 weeks, but I'm still playing it months after it released. And people get to see how awesome the game is. That is why my YouTube channel exists. A lot of people don't want to go out and buy a PS4. A lot of people don't want to go out and buy PS4 exclusives. But I buy those games with my hard-earned money, and I show them how good they are. Then it's up to them what they want to do. If they want to skip the game, they can skip the game. They want to go out and buy the game, they go buy the game. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. I'm not going to your place of residence and holding a gun to your head and telling you better buy this game. I'm not doing that. It's too much energy. If you yourself don't see the relevance of buying a game on the system of that it's made for, clearly due to the fact that there are other games you might have had interest in, that's your fault. You can miss out all generation as much as you want. I don't think it's going to hurt you not having Spider-Man or Bloodborne or Uncharted or Horizon or Detroit or the long list of other games that I can look through right now that are only on the PS4. I don't think it's hurting you at all. I don't think it's hurting anybody. Every game system has exclusives.
I'm going to read a comment that someone just put in chat, and I could not have said this better myself. This is said by Kevin Seabright. Thank you, Kevin. No one wants to watch someone play a game. They want to play the game themselves.
Okay, so let me explain to you something. What you just said is bullshit. I'm gonna tell you about a game that came out on the PS4 that PC fans teased me for just watching. They said I can watch the game and get the experience all I want. I can find hundreds of tweets, hundreds of people bitching. Let me explain to you. A game came out maybe a month or two ago, if I'm correct, Somatic. It was called Detroit Become Human. PC fanboys told me that they could watch the game and get the same experience as playing the game. Other PC gamers have also told me that they're not going to buy the game because they can watch their favorite live streamer just stream it. So, explain that to me.
Watching streamer, just like a lot of times when I'm watching a streamer, I'm watching it for the personality of the person, for the jokes of the person,
That's
for
not what
the
they said,
overall
though.
person, not the game. I'm not watching the gameplay at the time. If I'm watching a Rocket League streamer, I'm not watching the Rocket League game.
Let me explain to you this game that's about to come out. It's only for the PS4, and I've already talked to the indie developer that's doing this. They skipped the Steam network for a real good reason. It's a game called Packus. Okay? Now this game, no, they're not talking about they're gonna go to Gamescom, they're gonna show off more gameplay for it. But this game called Packus, it's only on the PS4, right? It's the only game. It might not be able to get confirmed for the United States because there's a scene where somebody busts, it's like a motorcycle falls on somebody's teeth, and it's a lot of blood. However, very violent game. If it gets released in the United States, it's good. It's only on PS4 because they know people on PS4 are gonna buy the game. I don't think this game. I don't think Packus needs to be on Steam. You guys don't even buy your own indie games because they keep coming over here. Why should a developer put Packus over there with a very violent scene over there, and you guys might start throwing up because you see a motorcycle land on his teeth? I don't think it's good. You guys can't handle it.
Don't forget the war in the eyes.
Wait, we can't handle it?
I don't. Do you think you can handle having a motorcycle crash on your teeth? I don't think you can.
In a virtual game, I am perfectly fine with that. I am perfectly
Have you ever saw it? Have you? My question to you is, have you ever saw it?
And is he trying to say he does?
Seen it? Like crash right from my eyes? Yes, I have.
No, have you saw a motorcycle crash onto somebody's teeth?
Yes, I have.
Not their heads, just their teeth.
Yes, I have seen it.
Okay, well look, maybe you can handle it. You know, it's gonna be up to the developer. This happens all the time where indie developers might side with PlayStation due to its day one sales, and then they eventually put it over there. But I hope that it doesn't get a lot of complaints in the United States because this game needs to come out. So you should definitely look out for it. It's called Packus. It's an indie exclusive as of right now.
Please say he's watching the stream and he can hear all of us just fucking laughing their heads off, please.
It's up to the developer if they want to develop a certain platform, and I can completely respect that they being, okay, we're going to see how the game does on a certain platform, but what if it does well, there's no reason not to put it on PC, not to put it on Xbox, not to put it on the Switch. All these systems can run certain games, and you know what it means for them? More moolah, more money. I don't see a reason why Spider-Man shouldn't be on Xbox. I don't see a reason why Uncharted shouldn't be on Xbox or Switch. These games are very good games and very quality games.
I feel like these guys are like video game hippies.
Are you still there?
They're like, much love, man. Love the trees.
Okay, hold on. I wanted to get you a list. It's a list I call The Legend of the Fallen. It's a very amazing list. You have to listen to the list. These are games that are not on a Nintendo Switch, and you can't give me an excuse why not. Go down the list. Destiny 2, Call of Duty World War II, Battlefield 5, Monster Hunter World, Tekken 7, Overwatch, Dark Souls 3, Resident Evil 2, Madden NFL 19, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, Fallout 76, Fallout 4, Kingdom Hearts 3, The Crew 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Onrush, Far Cry 5, Dead or Alive 6, Soul Calibur 6, The Division 2, and then the basketball games and Need for Speed games. So once again, you're telling me a game should be on everybody's platform, but third-party developers are ignoring the Nintendo Switch because of its power. Explain to me why a developer like Sony and Insomniac should put Spider-Man on the Nintendo Switch when third-party developers are ignoring the shit out of the system this year.
Can't be as ambitious
This year, they're actually not ignoring it. They're playing a lot of games on it.
Yeah, but I just listed more games than you can name. I just listed more games that you can name that are not going to the Switch this year.
Overwatch I can see going to the Switch. You know why? Because Paladins is on the Switch. And Overwatch and Blizzard, my buddies over at Blizzard, are going to be saying, hey, Paladins is doing so well. And all it is a clone of Overwatch. They're going to say, maybe we should put Overwatch on there. And if they just lower the graphics a little bit to maybe it's not as pretty, it can run. perfectly
He
fine
wants
on
the
the
system to
Switch.
blow up in
Doom
his
runs
face,
on the
then yeah.
Switch. Wolfenstein 2 runs on the Switch. There's so many.
These
Does it
games
run
that
at the
you talked
same?
about, Doom and Wolfenstein, they look like garbage on the Switch. They have a lot of problems. Do you know a website called Digital Foundry?
What about it?
Did you watch the tests that they
They
did on those
murdered
two
it, stupid
games?
ass.
How about I own a Wolfenstein 2 and I play it?
On the Switch?
Yes.
And you know how garbage it is, right?
No, it runs really well. It just doesn't
What's
look
the frame rate?
visually.
Tell me what the frame rate is, docked.
Who cares about the frame
Yeah,
rate?
no, we
now
all
they don't
care.
care about
We all care. We want to know what the frame rate
Things
is.
off about it.
Because
so
you're telling me you know about
People
you're
don't
telling me
care.
you know about the game, but you don't know the frame rate. That's crazy.
It's part of this.
So you don't know the frame rate. I'll help you out. Docked. Both of those games are 720p. On portable mode, they're both 480. So how many developers that made these games I listed off really want to downgrade their games to that type of quality when they're already preparing for the next generation of consoles? Why should they downgrade when they're ready to make the leap?
Well put,
Matt.
Matt. If you're on a Switch, you don't care.
Well, I listed a lot of games, and you can't tell me why the developers are not putting those games over there.
In a few years, they're going to be left in the dust again.
Nobody has talked about it. E3 is past.
480p,
This list was made after E3.
Yeah, this is not
E3 was
passed.
But let's get back to issue of Sony at hand.
You failed to. Hold on. Before you jump to another topic, you still failed to tell me what developers are putting these games on the Switch and where you're getting your sources. I'm trying to figure out where you're getting these sources. So when has Ubisoft said that they're going to put Watch Dogs 1 and 2 on the Switch, let alone Assassin's Creed Origins or Odyssey? I'm trying to see where these sources are coming from. You told me developers are still going to put games on the Switch, even though they made no comment or told interviewers that the system is too weak to put these games on there. So I'm trying to figure out who is telling you that these games are going there, even though the developer said they're not. So the Call of Duties, Activision made statements on these games not going to the system when fans asked if the game was going to go to the platform, and they said no. So you're telling me I can't believe the developer, I should just believe you, but you're not giving me any sources on why these games are still going to the Switch after the developers came out and said no, it's not going to the Switch.
They can always change their mind.
Well,
That's not.
if they really wanted to put Monster Hunter World on the Switch, they could. They're putting it on the PC. But they decided to put the 3DS port to Monster Hunter on the Switch instead of the new generation Monster Hunter. They specifically said that the game system couldn't run the new engine of Monster Hunter. That is what Capcom said.
Yeah, and they're also doing a lot of experimental good things with the Switch as well.
I like that, but I still want to drag you back to the point that you're telling me developers are telling you that they're putting a game on there after they told credible. Yeah, well, you're making it seem that you have a connection with developers like Overwatch. Like who do you know at Blizzard? You told me that you're so sure about Overwatch going to the Switch, but how? Why? What's going on? Hello? You still there? I don't know. I think he fell asleep.
Didn't he say he was live streaming as well?
I guess so.
I think he's
Well,
done.
there you go. That's why he's probably muted it. He's probably muted to address his people. I don't know.
Car settings.
He's not dead.
No, I don't think he's
I don't know. He's probably addressing his people. Fuck, I don't fucking give a crap.
Yes, people.
Apparently so, and like so, apparently knows developers, which anybody could say.
I didn't have this car. I thought I had this car the
He's
whole
just being a
damn
pelican
time.
head.
I mean, hell, I know developers. I've talked to developers. Doesn't mean that I fucking know them. Just I've spoken to them.
Yeah, but
No, it
we
means
know
you,
the people that do Overwatch. They're not putting that game on the Switch. I mean, it does look too good to do a downgrade. You know.
The thing is though about the Switch is that, like, yes, it's a cool console, but in a few years' time, it's gonna be left in the dust. So why the hell should other companies wait for them? They won't.
That's
They're
funny.
evolving. every single year. Like, no one's gonna wait for one console.
And I gotta wait for one, huh? That's one console. He muted
I
him
swear to
because he's
God, these
black.
people sound like video game versions of
he's just not
hippies.
talking. I don't hear him on my end.
I'm being serious. They sound like proper hippies, man. That's all they fucking do.
Like Steve Jobs would be?
Like, basically, yeah, man. Instead of hugging trees, they're hugging, like, every
I don't think this kid is this
console,
smart.
just because... Oh, it's
Oh,
annoying,
no, I mean,
man.
but telling me you're good friends with a developer and then telling me that
No,
a
you didn't want to
game can
elaborate
go
on it
over, that implies that you have some hidden knowledge that I don't have
I'm
from
sure
that
after he left the
developer.
developer game to lose
Being
or something.
rude, but, like, that's what it sounds like, man. It sounds like he's just, like, hippies, man. What the fuck?
I hope we can go back to the topic of exclusives because he was kind of failing.
Yeah. No, you didn't, Gabe.
Also, he's already given me the knowledge that he doesn't own a PS4, but he's forming a fake outrage. This is the problem with crossplay. People are telling me they want to play on the PS4 with their friends on Xbox, but they don't even have a PS4 to begin with.
Oh, shit,
That right there is what's wrong with this crossplay movement. Real PS4 owners actually don't have a fucking problem with crossplay whatsoever. And they're not bitching about fucking Fortnite of all games. But this guy is telling me he's outraged. He can't play with an Xbox fan that has an Xbox, but he doesn't even own a PS4.
Xbox, yeah.
So,
see, that's the thing, though, right?
My problem with this
Here's the
generation
thing,
of
right?
PC
In this
gamers
world,
is they just
you
lie too
can't
much.
please everybody. And that's what every single time I'm hearing
This is
from
what
these
you do in
people
the
that you're
debate.
debating.
You make sure
they feel
you
like
cut
that
these
everybody
guys
can be
off.
pleased.
You
No.
make sure you get back to the topic.
Especially though.
Because if you don't get back to the topic, this is what's going to happen.
I'm not being rude to the guy, but like, you can't please everybody in this world. If you do, you'll probably be dead by the time
If Sony tried to please everybody that's bitching about everything they do, I'm telling you, bro, they would have gone bankrupt by now.
They'll be bone dry, I'm sorry. That's what Sony will be like. They'll be bone dry if they try to do that shit.
What is this?
I spoke about this the other day, right? About how EA's
conferences
are bad is because of the factors of they like, it's based on companies, right? So I spoke about this the other day, right? The reason why EA's conferences are so bad, at E3, that EA's conferences are so bad, is because they are not focusing on us, the gamers.
He asked me if I muted
him,
him, but he's the one that went quiet first. So I don't have a reason to mute you, buddy. I want to debate the shit out of you.
So he muted you, trying to make it seem like
why the fuck would I mute you if you're fucking losing?
Well, exactly.
You're getting proven to be a fraud. You clearly already let me know that you're a PC gamer. Why the fuck would you be owning a PS4? Once again, spreading fake outrage.
Well, no, you can own a PS4, man. But like, if you're coming in to do that sort of shit, then I mean, it's funny to the point of you're kind of wasting your time. And why would you do that?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. That must have been a malfunction of the mic or something.
I don't know what that is.
It's ironic.
There must have been some sort of a technical issue of the mic.
Oh,
I
okay.
had to rejoin the call. Sorry about that. So I don't think you heard me. To answer your question that you asked me before my mic went silent for some reason, can I answer it?
Yeah, sure.
My connection to Overwatch is that one of my best friends in the entire world is Anjali Bimini who plays Symmetra.
I don't play Overwatch and I don't play Fortnite, so you might have to get to the point.
And to answer your other question, all I'm saying is because Paladins is a literal copy of Overwatch in terms of music, gameplay design, characters, everything. The Blizzard, I know, watches it. From the people I've talked to there, I know that they watch how Paladins is doing, because it is a direct competition to them. Does that not make sense?
I don't agree with that. Even though I don't play Paladins or Overwatch, I understand that Overwatch is the better game. It's the one in all the competitions and all the tournaments. It's the one that the Major League Gaming is featured.
Paladins are so similar that
it is similar. It's similar enough to call it a ripoff, and it's similar enough to put on a weaker system like they did with Paladins. However, you've already said that they would have to do a significant downgrade to Overwatch just to put it on the Switch. They did downgrades on every Switch port. That's a fact. Whether you're talking about Wolfenstein 1 or 2, or you're talking about Doom. They did downgrades comparable to the other consoles. So is that what you want? You want every game to get downgraded just so it can be on the Switch? Is that what your vision is?
I want as many games as I can on the Switch so I can play it on the go wherever I want.
My car is acting like fucking Spider-Man.
Whoa.
You said what? So you rather sacrifice downgrades to put a game on the Switch?
I'd rather sacrifice playing it in nice 1080p if I can play it on the go wherever I want in 720p. I don't see that as unreasonable.
So you know PS4 and Xbox One have more 60 frames per second than the Switch?
That's a fact.
Yeah, okay, so you're sacrificing not only resolution, but you're also sacrificing frame rate just so you can put every game on the Switch?
Just so I can play a game wherever I go. I'm at lunch at work, I can play a game of Crash Bandicoot, or a game of, of Doom, or Wolfenstein 2, or whatever game that is.
If that's what you want, I think that's justifiable.
And something you're avoiding is every one of these ports you're talking about, except for one game, which is WWE 2K18, because the company did nothing right on that. Blind Squirrel did nothing right on that. As long as the game runs, and every port of these games runs amazing. People don't care if it's 1080p.
Isn't that the one thing that PC fans always tell other console gamers? You brag about frame rate and the freedom of resolution. So it doesn't apply to Nintendo. Nintendo is exempt from these bashings, so to speak. It's alright if Nintendo is at a weaker advantage. You don't care about Nintendo, but if PlayStation fucks up and makes one game 30 frames per second or even 900p, then you don't like them. They get judged.
I don't complain about that.
Okay.
I think that's a perfectly fine frame rate. I think that's perfectly fine, and it's totally playable.
So with what you're saying, downgrades are good, upgrades are bad. Can you get all developers on that same page? Do you think that they're going to agree with that going into a new generation?
When did I say upgrades were a bad thing? Of course I love my games in 4K, 1080p, 1080s, with a 1080s graphics card. Sorry, that came out wrong. Of course I love my games in that.
Does graphics work?
But I don't have the most powerful PC in the world. I don't have the most powerful computer in the world. I can play those really powerful games, but I can't stream them. It's not that powerful. I'm not that huge of a PC gamer. That's a lot of what I play. Because a lot of what I play is games like Postal. Is games like that. Games that are exclusive to the PC, and I wish would come to console. I would love to play Postal on my big-ass TV on my Xbox with a controller. I can play it on a controller on my computer, but I don't see the point in it. I would love for them to come to console, because then, you know what? More people can play them. I want to see Postal on all the games I play come to the PS4, come to the Switch, come to the Xbox. I don't see why so much of the Sony.
You're talking about a killing simulator called Postal, and I do.
What's wrong with that game?
You believe that the ESRB are gonna actually approve that game to be on systems like the Nintendo Switch and PS4 that kids have? You think that that's something that should be sold to the mass market?
first of all, it's up to the individual to buy a game if they feel they're mature
Okay,
enough.
so if the game is all right to be sold on commercial consoles, unlike the PC, which a lot of people have more than consoles, but it's clearly a different type of market. Why isn't the game over on consoles? It's been a couple generations now since Postal came out, and the developer never put it over. And this generation is a lot different than past generations. This is the only generation I know in recent memory where so many games that are on PC have gotten ported over to consoles in such a quick amount of time. So why isn't Postal on consoles with its violent history?
First of all, you can go back to my interview I did last year with the developers of Postal Running of Scissors, my good friends over there. In fact, I will gladly send you the link to that interview if you want me to do that. Do you want me to do that?
No, I don't want to watch any of your videos, but you can tell me what they said.
Well, first off, the first game was made in 1998, and it was too powerful for the PlayStation 1 at the time. And it wasn't that style of game. It was built around keyboard controls, and they didn't feel it would have been appropriate to adapt it to a controller. Does that make any sense?
Sure.
Postal 2, it was just a matter of that's the only way they could afford to release it. They weren't a massive company at the time. They're still not a massive company, but they were even less of a company then. They couldn't afford to release it for console. Now, Postal 3 released in, was it 2011? Supposed to come to Xbox 360 and PS3. It was supposed to, but the company it was outsourced to a different company developing it, but that company ended up going bankrupt. And they released an unfinished game, which that game is known in the Postal community. And Running of Scissors pokes fun at this as a unfinished, terrible game that no one should play. Does that make any sense?
Okay.
That's why it never came over, because they were planning on it, but it just never happened. And even now, they don't
why
have
did they
enough.
why did they go under?
What are you talking about? Running of Scissors never went under.
So
They never went under. It was the company that made Postal 3.
And what happened to them? Why did they go under?
Just poor business decisions.
Yeah. How many copies did that game sell? Do you know?
I can check their numbers on Steam.
Yeah. Tell me the total amount of copies that game sold since launch.
Which one?
All of the Postals combined.
Matt, you're in chat. Could you do that for me? Could you look up the Postal 1 sales, Postal 2, and Postal 3 sales? Pardon me, and Postal Redux. Sorry, I forgot Postal Redux. Could you look up the sales for those games and do the math for me, please? Thank you. Matt was one of my mods, by the way.
Okay.
Bing, bing, bong, bong,
Well, this little detour in this topic is kind of pointless. This game would not sell. There was a shooting up a school simulator. That game got pulled from Steam before I made the video. It was covered on the news, and I was planning on making a video, but sadly the developer gave in to pressure and took it back. You guys have a lot of violent games. Clearly they won't come over to consoles because people actually have a brain. It's not a good business practice to allow a game like that on a Nintendo Switch, let alone the PS4, which a lot of people have compared to the Switch. So, no, that game would have never came over to consoles. I would say, in respect to what you're saying, over the last 2 generations, this generation and last generation, clearly the Wii U, PS3, PS4, and Nintendo Switch are powerful enough systems to run a game like Postal. Don't you agree?
I would agree with that.
Okay, so the reason why it's not over here is because the game is too violent. Or the developer went under. Either one.
No, did you not listen to anything I just told you? What I said was the whole reason it's not over is because, first of all, They could release it if they want to. They didn't have sufficient funds to release it for anything but PC.
So they basically didn't make enough money on PC to port it over to consoles.
I don't know if that's the right wording. You'd have to talk to.
I mean, there's developers smaller than the developer your name. I mean, you remember what happened with Undertale, right? Undertale started on the PC, and then it came to the PlayStation Vita and PS4. I think it either is on the Nintendo Switch or the developer is planning to bring it to the Nintendo Switch, and it might also be.
It's coming, but we haven't heard anything about it in a
Yeah,
while.
but as you can see, there's many examples of small indie titles getting their start on the Steam, and then they're making their way over to PS4 and Nintendo Switch, especially the Nintendo Switch. Seeming that Nintendo opened the floodgates, allowing a lot of indie developers to put their content on their platform. The Switch has got a lot of support from the indie community. So it really doesn't matter how small your game is. If they want to bring it to a specific console or consoles, they can. Nothing is literally stopping these smaller indie developers from doing it. So this developer you named that did Postal, they're a small indie developer. The only thing that will be stopping them is the amount of money they made off from the PC community. That's the only thing that will be stopping them, because they use the money they make off the PC community to go to consoles.
They're at a point, and I'm just going to say this one last thing about running with scissors, and I want to ask you about PS4 and Sony stuff more, because I really want to understand this. I'm not here to ridicule you. I want to understand. Do you understand that?
You can continue.
I'm just going to say this, and I want to ask some other questions. Running of Scissors, and I've talked to them fairly recently, have stated that at this point, they don't see it right now. They don't see, for them, a plus for releasing it for home systems. Because their PC community is so strong. I play Postal 2 multiplayer all the time with the devs of the game. They are such cool dudes, and they are that type of fan base. They are very active as members of their Discord server. They've been following me on Twitter for about 2 years now. There's so much, and they're a very small company, and they're okay with that. And they're okay with being on PC, because that's such a wide market. Do they want to expand to a console one day? Absolutely. But they don't see the point right now. Okay?
Yeah, we can move on to the questioning about Sony and PS4, because absolutely went nowhere.
So my question is, I've been seeing a lot about this new Spider-Man PS4.
Okay, what about it?
What's so special about it? Please tell me what is so special about this PS4 that just has a Spider-Man design on it?
Well, it sold out in the first day, so I don't know. You tell me what's so special.
I'm asking you as a Sony fanboy.
I don't know. It's a red PS4 with a big white Spider-Man logo on it, and it sold out in the first day. Do you understand that more people want a Spider-Man PS4 than just PlayStation gamers? You ever heard about comic book fans or Comic-Con, which is going on right now? That they revealed the system that every crazy comic book fan would be dying to have a collector's edition Spider-Man PS4 in their household? Scrappers? You ever heard of is it called scalpers or scrappers? Something like that. They people to buy the system and then they sell it for profit. Like, there's a lot of reasons why that game sold out in the first day. I mean, if you don't understand why it's special, maybe that's just your misunderstanding, but it is pretty special for people that have been waiting for a good Spider-Man game that has to suffer through bad Spider-Man games. And trust me, I played Spider-Man games ever since the Nintendo Game Boy Color. You know, I played tons of Spider-Man games. I know the bad ones and I know the good ones. Sadly, the bad ones overshadow the good ones, and this one is going to be one of the good ones that overshadow all the bad ones.
But why why does it have to only be on PS4? What if I want to play that new Spider-Man game but don't have a PS4? What if my friend wants to but doesn't have a PS4? Why
What if my friend doesn't have a pillow? What if my friend doesn't have a bed to sleep in?
Yes.
I mean, you've asked me tons of questions, and I've been forthcoming and truthful with all of them.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to
Like, I'm
ask,
so
just
sick of
for
them saying, what if
everybody's
my friend doesn't have a
understanding,
PS4?
do you currently
get one.
own a PlayStation 4 console?
I do.
Do you have a
what the fuck
PlayStation
you bitching
Network name?
I have a. Yes, it's in the description.
Okay.
I'm very open about people's ways to contact me.
Okay.
I don't want people to contact me.
I just wanted to see if I could add you real quick.
It's annoying, man. I hate that stupid thing.
You're mostly gonna see WW2K18 trophies. That's literally most of what you're gonna see.
Okay. So just one game?
Oh god.
So you just play one?
No, I have more, but that's most of what I play.
This shit does look super good in 4K.
So where am I finding your PSN name again? Oh, there it is. Okay. I just wanted to get some stuff if you don't mind. No, I don't want to leave out my graphic for Gran Turismo because I'm paying homage and respect to the PC community by showing a custom-made Mustang with a Steam logo on the front. It seems to have a Steam logo on the back, Valve logo, and the Microsoft logo, or Motocraft logo. Oh, there you go. Okay. So, you know, I had a Spider-Man logo one up there, but I didn't think that was fitting. And now I might have to switch it back because your focus is finally turned to Spider-Man. There we go. Okay, so with all this being said and everything, you have a PS4, so you can buy Spider-Man. Nothing's stopping you from buying that game on a console that you own.
But my whole question is what if I didn't own a PS4?
Well, that's a what-if universe that I don't live in.
I have enough money to own a PS4.
Yeah, but I don't live.
I own an Xbox One. Why would I need to buy a whole other system?
I understand your questioning, but I don't live in that what-if universe. You're living in a what-if universe. You yourself can take yourself out of this equation.
Why can't everyone have access to games? There's just a person in chat.
I do have access to games.
I don't know who that is.
No, pardon me, it was Cameron W. Also with Insomniac Games, their game is Sunset Overdrive. I love Sunset Overdrive. I wish everyone could play it. PC, Switch, PlayStation, it's such a good game. Why can't everyone enjoy the game?
You know what? What's weird about this is I have Insomniac following me on Twitter. I've talked to them many times. I was one of the people that got them to admit that the game Spider-Man was only going to always be on PS4. Actually, I talked to them a lot about the exclusivity of this particular game. It's all across Twitter. I've made multiple videos about it. It's very clear that they're the only developer that is of the third-party descent that has partnered with Sony as well as Marvel and Disney to make a game like this for PlayStation. There have been other third-party developers, and they've claimed exclusivity to a degree, but never came out publicly to confirm it. Insomniac is doing something no other developer does. Prime example, Activision, right? Well, they made it seem like Crash was going to be exclusive, so I took them at their actions. Not their words, their actions. They didn't really speak a lot. They never said exclusivity. There was a lot of things they never said. In most of the interviews, even with people that didn't even own a PS4, people were trying to get them to admit that the game was going to other platforms, because we know Activision is a greedy company. They want to put it on every damn platform they can. They didn't put it on tablets. They didn't put it on cell phones. I will not say they won't ever do it. If they can find a way, they will do it. Long story short, the game ended up being a major multi-platform title. They put it on every system they possibly could. It's not a bad thing. I just wish they would have been forthcoming. Me personally, somebody like Activision, they need to know who their true fan base is. So I think it was wrong for them to put it on PlayStation first. They already knew PlayStation gamers were going to buy it more than anybody else. They should have put it on everybody else's platform at the same exact time. But for whatever reason, they didn't do that. And they're also doing another dumb thing with Spyro the Dragon. They're putting Spyro the Dragon collection on PS4 and Xbox One first, but they haven't talked about the PC or Nintendo Switch release, and I don't know why. Developers do a lot of things, but they never really come out. That's just an example. Now, Insomniac has been letting people know themselves. You can talk to them if you want. They will reply to people that are not following them or people that are not even having like 100 followers. They will let you know, real obvious, that the game is made possible by Sony and Marvel, and the game is only on PlayStation. They don't want anybody to be confused about 1-year exclusivity because it's been going around for a long time. Prime example, Neo, the Japanese Dark Souls, right? That game came out. We had 3 betas on the PS4 before it officially came out. The game did, what, a 1 million in 2 weeks in sales for the PS4, and then at the end of the year, it came to the PC. Developers do contracts all the time. It could be 6 months, 9 months, or it could be an entire year. It's up to them, but they have never been forthcoming with their plans of what platforms they plan to bring the game to. But Insomniac, they have my respects for talking to the fans of Spider-Man and assuring them on what platform it's actually going to be on. This is a big partnership, much bigger than you know. As you know, Sony has the rights to the Spider-Man character when in talking about the movies, and Disney brought Marvel. Disney has also brought Fox. They also brought the Star Wars company. So Disney has been buying up all of these movie production companies that they now own. However, when Marvel was doing bad financially, they had to sell off some of their assets when it turned into movies. So there were Spider-Man games and movies that came out based off of the movie Sony was making, and Spider-Man could never be included into the Marvel Cinematic Universe until Sony and Disney sat down and made a deal that they could add Spider-Man into the universe in terms for something else. That something else came out later to be a Spider-Man new IP video game for the PlayStation 4 console. This is a deal that you guys can't fuck with. No amount of begging, crying, or fake outrage is gonna fuck with how strong this deal is. And seeing as though it was at Comic-Con that you saw the console bundle, you saw the story mode trailer and the third outfit, they are very serious about marketing this game and making money. This is over Sony's head. This is over Marvel's head. This is Disney we're talking about. They wanted Sony and Insomniac to make this game, and that's what they're getting. If they wanted it on PC, they could have put it on PC. If they wanted this game on the Xbox or Nintendo Switch, they could have gladly put this game on those platforms. They wanted it only on the PS4, and they got their wish. So what are you going to do about it?
Let's take another IP like Uncharted. Why can't everyone have that game?
Because Sony made it.
Oh my God,
Sony owns the rights to the game. Why would they put it?
They can make way more money if they put it on platforms.
How are they gonna make more money when they see that somebody else is doing what you want them to do and they're not making more money?
That's why they make exclusives to make the money for themselves.
Well, I mean, look at Sea of Thieves or State of Decay 2. That game is also on the PC platform, and it's not making more money than God of War. God of War is only on one platform. It made $5 million in what, a month?
3 days. Oh yeah, well, 3 million.
It made $3 million in a couple days. So it's sold better. A single player game on one platform sold more than a multiplayer game on multiple platforms. Can you explain that?
Wait, what game is on multiple platforms?
State of Decay 2 and Sea of Thieves.
It's technically not on multiple. I understand where you're coming from, but it's technically not. It's a really weird thing, where it's this Xbox Play Anywhere thing. I don't consider that multiple platforms because it's all Windows.
But it's still on a different platform.
Yeah.
I suppose so. I've never thought of it as a different
I think of it that way. I think of it that way all the time. There was another game that started out the exact same way. It was a game called Quantum Break. That game was on the first branch of the Play Anywhere titles before they came up with the title. The game flopped on Windows Store, and then what they did, which they never really did, they did it one other time. They put that game on Steam. So it went from Xbox to Windows to Steam, and it still didn't sell good. So once again, 2 platforms and the game sold bad. Just because a game is on multiple platforms doesn't mean it's going to sell good.
But why can't there be an option at least? That's all we're asking.
I want it to be an option. I want to play Super Smash Brothers on my PS4 without spending another $300. But life's just not fair. What am I going to do?
And I want to ask, because I was talking about this earlier, is how is PlayStation All-Stars even allowed? Because that game looks like just a straight rip-off of Super Smash Bros.
No, it was allowed. There was a lot of other games. Oh, there was a game I've been looking at. It's only on the PC Early Access. You ever heard of this game called Icons?
No.
Oh, man. It's a very interesting game. You know, being a real gamer, such as myself, I make sure I keep track of everything. Last gen, I had to keep track of Xbox games and a Nintendo Wii U and Wii games. But this gen, it seems like I have to take a liking to the PC games. And what I've done is kept track of games that are ripoffs. So it was this game called Icons, which is a ripoff of Smash Brothers. And there's also another game. What is this one a ripoff of? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. But there's a game called Brawlout. You ever heard of Brawlout? It started on PC. It went to the Nintendo Switch. It's a ripoff of Smash Brothers.
I haven't seen stuff about it.
Yeah, but it came on PC first, and then it went to Smash. It went to Nintendo Switch. Icons. Is it Icons? Icons. There you go. It's called Icons Combat Arena. It's on early access for Steam.
I'm signing this
I'm gonna let my subscribers see what this game is about. So this game is a ripoff of Smash
Where's
Brothers.
his petition, bro?
And
I'm signing this shit.
it's still a thing. So you're saying that Sony can't do it, but other people can do it. I'm trying to figure out how is that fair.
It's just amazing to me how similar it looked.
Well, there was games from the Dynasty Warriors franchise, I believe. Ninja Turtles made a Smash Brothers type of clone after Melee came out. There was a lot of Smash Brothers title. If you want me to get a list of the ripoffs for Smash Brothers, I can do that for you real quick.
Sure, do whatever you want.
But before I do that, I just want to give the link to my viewers, and then I want to send the link to you because you're a PC gamer, and you can get this link out to your viewers. Hopefully you guys support it. Then, of course, after you support it in early access, you know the drill. The developer.
I can support this. Guys, I can support this already because it has 666 recommendations. That makes me trust it right there alone.
Well, there you go. That is awesome. So, it's basically a Smash Brothers ripoff clone. And the game got shown off after the new Smash Brothers at E3. So, Sony can't do it, but other people can.
It just amazed me that they pulled off such an IP. I'm not saying they're not allowed to.
Yeah, but don't they have a lot of characters? If they did another version of PlayStation All-Stars today, and they had the characters from Horizon Zero Dawn, the Hunter from Bloodborne. They had Knack in there. They had the new Kratos from the God of War series. They had a lot of different game characters that they could be using. If they want to now, because they own the IP for Spider-Man, they could put Spider-Man in the damn game. They have their own characters, so their games are completely different. If you play their video games, they're completely different, so I don't see the problem. Ratchet and Clank is nothing like Mario.
So, Cameron has asked a question to you. Cam's asked, I want to know why he calls other platforms beggars for wanting PS4 exclusives. The PS4 players want Xbox or PC exclusives. Also, it's not a bad thing.
Okay. Do you know a Xbox exclusive that PS4 gamers want right now?
Probably Halo.
That's old. I think anybody that really, really wants Halo, they have the Xbox One they need to play it.
Just saying, it'd be nice to play Halo on the PS4. You know,
that's your opinion. I could care less about the franchise. I played it many, many years ago. I had my fill of Halo. I don't need any more of it. Same with Call of Duty. I don't really see the whole point of releasing a Call of Duty every year. It gets kind of stale after a while. So I'm supposed to like a franchise that's milk.
Oh, Cuphead. That one's a really good one. I forgot about that one. Thanks for reminding me of that, Cameron.
Okay. Still, my interest is not piqued.
But how come Cuphead can't be on PS4 and all that? And answer the question.
Oh my god.
I want to hear your answer to this. How come he call other platforms?
How idiotic can this guy be?
Why can't this be on here? Why can't
because you're actually making petitions to get a game on a platform, and you know their chances. You know the chances are low.
I'm not signed. I don't know about these.
Okay, and am I begging for other games? You're directing this question at me. Am I begging for Cuphead? Am I begging for Halo? Now look, I will be 100% honest. I'm going to tell you a secret. Clearly you guys don't have enough people watching, so clearly this information won't get out, and you're a nobody. So if I tell you this, nobody's going to fucking find out. But I used to mod games on my PS3. It was a game called Unreal Tournament 3. And I put up a good amount of modded videos, and I was playing with the Gears of War mods, and I was playing with the Halo mods. But they were only on my PS3, and there's not a lot of people that watch those old videos. But, yes, I dabbled with mods. If that is what you're pertaining to, then yes. I agree that I had Mario, Gears of War, and Halo mods running on Unreal Tournament 3 using my PS3 last generation. I did that.
Wait. In one of your older videos, you were saying that PC gamers don't deserve Kingdom Hearts because they've probably stolen it.
And so, wait up. So a PC gamer that's only been on PC that claimed that they have been playing Kingdom Hearts, which Disney has never released on the PC platform. How are you guys?
Have you ever thought maybe we also own a PlayStation 2?
Have I ever thought that? Not really, because you're playing it on PC, and I find multiple videos of such. Do you want me to look them up for you and give you multiple links to people that are playing?
Sure, why not?
So you don't? Do you believe that people are playing Kingdom Hearts on the PC, even though Disney never released it on that platform?
I don't know if there's an emulator for it. I've never played the PS2 emulator. I've never played it. I have a Game Boy emulator, but that's about it. Your PS2 emulators, because I'm not aware of any.
So you're not aware of any of them?
There might be, but I'm not aware of it.
So I have to educate you. Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Educate me, JayTech. Educate me.
Okay, well, You're telling me there's no knowledge in your head of a PS2
Not Donald Trump
emulator
approved.
for PC running Kingdom Hearts?
Like Matt says in chat, there probably is. I'm not aware of any to my knowledge.
Well, I sent you a link to the Icons trailer. I'm not sure if you're going to send it to your subscribers or not, but it would be nice for the PC community to support an indie developer that ripped off Super Smash Brothers, since you care so much about the franchise.
I just DM'd you the link in Discord DMs. I'll post that link in chat.
I'm definitely signing that petition. I didn't know.
Awesome.
No, but like, seriously, have you ever thought maybe us, people who play a lot of PC games, happen to have a PS2 as well? I have a PS2 right next to me.
And you play all your games on that platform all the time? You don't play them on emulators for your PC?
As far as PS2 games go, no. I've played Game Boy emulators on my Game Boy emulator.
So you speak for all PC community.
Hopefully this could get Disney to realize the mistake they made and not.
So your ignorance to other people playing a game that wasn't released on that platform means that I should believe what your experience is, but not what their experience is.
Has full right to fire him. Only possibly
A lot of people judge Just McCain hardcore PC in the last few years with the price of parts getting cheaper and cheaper. You can build a sizable PC for $500.
They were still
That's a
jokes.
lot.
It wasn't an opinion or statement. It was
but
just a
they
bad
can outdo
attempt
any
to be funny. The other thing
Still
is,
not interested.
if you do this gun,
Once
you
again,
have
still
to
not
do it
interested.
for all the other directors who have said some crappy joke sometimes in their life.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, when was I begging for Halo, and when was I begging for any other title that you listed? Me personally, when do I? Yeah, you read me a comment, but it's like this guy is reading. You're reading off comments to a person that clearly doesn't know about me like you do. And let me see.
I've done the same thing, bro.
Unreal Tournament 3. What is this? Fallout 4 PS4 mod?
No, there's an actual fucking there's a Entertainment Weekly have just uploaded an article about how
5 years
thousands of
ago.
people signed a
Okay.
petition.
That's when I was
for
posting
Disney
all the
to rehire
mods
James
for
Gunn. I've signed it.
Unreal
I've signed
Tournament.
it.
So 5 years ago, before you guys even knew who I was on YouTube, still helping the community out with
Everyone's made shitty
gameplay.
jokes in like their life, and the fact that these jokes existed before even fucking playing is obsolete.
I'm teaching them about something they didn't know in the past generation. Most people did not know
Understand,
that you
Disney's all
could
about
use
kids.
mods on the PS3. If people knew that,
Most people didn't know that you could mod a PS3.
no, I'm
Yo, so
telling
Sam.
you. Most people did not know. In Unreal Tournament 3,
Yo.
it had mods. You could use
what's
mods
called
in
again,
Unreal
there's a-
Tournament 3
I don't know
for
if
the
any of you guys are
PlayStation 3.
interested, but yeah, there's a
Legal.
petition going around to
The
sign.
PC community will
there's
create the
a
mods
petition going around to
on a
rehire
website. You would
James
download
Gunn.
the mods to a USB stick. You will put the USB stick inside
I'll pass
of
it
the
along, sir.
PlayStation 3
It's already at
USB slot.
6,000.
Go to the options section, scroll down, and download the mods to
And
the
the way the movie
PS3
is
title.
there, I look for a new director.
And this is
Yeah,
all
I'm just gonna have a look
Yep,
how
it
it's
is
been
all
actually-
legal. And I have tons of gameplay videos showing that.
Yeah, 15 minutes. It's been up.
game though.
I'm not educated enough to know how to mod my damn system, so when I learned the fact that a game that everybody ignored, myself included, I brought the original release of Unreal Tournament 3, and me and my brother traded that shit in like a week later. We just didn't really see the reason. But later on, learning that the game had mod support was crazy. I had a lot of mods. I had Mario, Sonic, Zelda,
They got an Arrow
Crisis,
Season 7 trailer, by the way.
before Crisis got ported to consoles. It's crazy. Metal Gear Solid.
And I'm green.
There was a lot of mods I had. A lot of mods.
Yeah, let me get this petition for you, Sam, man. Because like, yo, I literally, right, him getting fired is stupid. I'm sorry, but it just is.
Oh, that's right.
I think this is
I'll
good
send
place
the
to end
semantics
this
for it.
debate because we've been going for over an hour.
Okay,
They
man,
fired
if you
him for
wanted to end
something
it.
that they should
But
have
I
known about
disagree with
before they
everything that
fucking
you proposed.
hired him.
Exclusives
And
are
the fact was,
good.
like,
You guys have
they're just
exclusives.
shitty,
Xbox,
stupid
Nintendo, they
jokes.
have exclusives.
Really?
We have exclusives. Everybody has exclusives. It's a selling point for their hardware, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. So, don't believe that
Epic
you guys
programmer
need or
said
deserve
next generation
Spider-Man. I
consoles
think you'll
will
be alright
enable
in
devs to
September.
cross the uncanny valley.
Okay.
Oh, I read that.
All we're saying that it is that it's nice to have all different titles. That's all we believe.
That's selfish to have all different titles on only one platform when you guys
Wait. How is that selfish?
you want all of our games. That's what you're basically telling me. PC community wants all of the console games. There should be no exclusivity
Should
to
be
consoles.
spoiled. You should say you're spoiled.
That's selfish. That's a selfish.
Exclusive games are bad. People are
Selfish,
gonna get them on their preferred
spoiled.
platform anyways.
How are exclusives bad?
It's anti-consumer.
And is that illegal?
And you're a hippie.
Is having
What did he say was
exclusives
anti-consumer?
illegal?
He said exclusives are anti-consumer.
Is the Supreme Court gonna indict Disney for telling Sony they can make Spider-Man only on the PlayStation 4? Is it illegal?
No.
Okay,
but it's
so you're
not
telling me
covered.
it's anti-consumer, like it's like breaking some sort of law.
It's anti-consumer and it's not friendly to consumers.
Okay, well the game called
I should be able to play it.
the game
on
called
any-
Icons
anything I want.
Icons Combat Arena is exclusive to the PC, and you don't see a problem with that?
If it's a good game, I want it to come to everything, so everyone can
But
enjoy
it's
it.
not on everything currently. So I'm still trying to see the fact that you already know PC has more exclusives than every platform combined, and it doesn't look like all developers are going to decide at one point in time to put all their games on every platform that is not PC. So how do you want Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo to do something that other indie developers are not planning on doing? So it's fair to get what you want, but it's not fair for other gamers. Is that what you're saying? You don't want other gamers to play PC games, but it's all right for console games to go to the PC.
I want everyone to listen. I want everyone to be able to play every game that they can. H1Z1, I'm sure it's a great game. I haven't played it. I'm sure it's a great game. I want that to come to the Xbox. I want that to come to the Switch if the hardware can work.
And once again, H1Z1 is not on the Switch. H1Z1 is not on Xbox. However, if you can also look at the competitor to that game, PUBG is only on Xbox. It is not on the Nintendo Switch. It is not on the PS4. Once again, exclusivity. Yes, but these opinions don't really matter. What you're saying doesn't really matter because you can't change the way things currently are. There are exclusives. You have to admit that. Not just made by Sony, but made by other developers. And they don't have they currently don't have any reason to bring them to other platforms if they don't want to. World of Warcraft, a very old MMO, it should have been free to play a long time ago. It is not on any other platform for multiple console generations. It's always been on PC. Once again, some things just never change. You can't be a crybaby about it.
I'm not being a crybaby. I want everyone to enjoy every game that they can.
Oh man, and he says this bullshit.
Okay, I mean, you've told me that like 50 times, but where is your master plan for making big companies like Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony to change their ways and bring all of their invested IPs to the PC platform?
Some idiot about I want everything to be on everything without any rhyme
like
or
where's your
reason.
plan? Like how can you make them bring their games to other platforms? How can you convince them that it's a good investment?
I'm not a businessman. I don't talk to these people. I don't know the answers to all of these questions.
But
I'm
you want
speaking
everything to be on everything that you don't.
from the point of a fan, of someone who buys the game, someone who plays the games, someone who is a gamer, someone who likes to play games.
You're not a gamer.
And it just doesn't seem right to me. They can only be released on one system. And what if I make a decent amount of money, so I can't afford everything, and I do because I like the collecting of the systems. I like the different quirks of each one. But I also like PC as well. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't be able to play a game if it can run on the PS4, play it on that, or if it can run on PC, play on that, or play on Xbox,
Marty,
and so on and so forth.
Jake can hear us, but the idiot can't.
Chat is a big PC gamer. He can't play a lot of the games that I play if it comes to the Switch or whatever. I'd love for Nintendo to publish their games onto PC as well. I would love for Splatoon 2 to be on there. I would love for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to be on there. And have it cross-play between PC and Switch. And hell, why not put it on other systems? Why not? The main people playing it will still be on the Switch.
You remind me of a person protesting all the chaos in the world. You remind me of a person that wants world peace and knowing deep down inside it's not realistic. What you want is not going to happen. You're not going to get all three major gaming console companies together in one room and agree on putting all their games on everybody else's platform. The only time that will really happen is when all three of them are not making an investment on their current business models. Right now, they're making massive amounts of investments on their current business model. The PS4 is king of all the consoles this generation. Nintendo Switch has portability. Xbox has good online. Everybody is doing good in their respective sections. So there is no reason to bring the games that people want to buy their systems for to the PC platform. Other than Microsoft, because they've always clearly been with the PC platform in some weird way or another. You know, Microsoft operating system, shit like that. Windows. But other than that, Nintendo, Sony, nah, they not bringing their shit over there. Sorry, man. I mean, you guys have replicas. You have emulators. I mean, what's the point?
Just because we have emulators doesn't mean that I don't want the real thing.
Well, I hear a lot of PC fans bragging about emulators and that they're going to wait for our game to come to an emulator. So if they can wait, so can you. Doesn't matter if it's 5 years or 7 years.
Stupid.
I think you guys should probably wait for the emulators. If you want the game on your platform and you're not willing to buy a PS4 for it, then nobody can force you to buy a PS4 for one game that you really want. Just wait for the emulators.
Excuse me, sir. It's not stupid.
That's a stupid defensive mechanism.
Nobody's telling you to buy it. I just told you to wait for an emulator. It doesn't matter how long the emulator takes to be perfected, but you should just wait for the emulator.
Amazing.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I mean,
if you really want the game,
if you really want it on your platform of choice, maybe you should just wait for an emulator. If you're a PC gamer, now if you're a hardcore Xbox fanboy or a hardcore Nintendo fanboy, I'm pretty sure you're shit out of luck.
You know,
playing like a game like God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn, Detroit Become Human, or I don't know, Last of Us 2, Uncharted 4. There's a lot of games. If you like PlayStation exclusives, you own a PlayStation this gen. If you really don't care about PlayStation at all, you don't own the PlayStation this gen. You know, it's simple as that. Is there really a reason?
I'm streaming right from their system, though. That's a huge draw for their system.
Okay, and that's why it sold better than the Xbox One the very first year, the second year, the third year.
That's not the only reason why. There's a multitude of reasons why.
Yeah, but I believe exclusives are a very good selling point. It lets everybody know how unique you are. It's not just features. It's who you can play as on that respected console. Nintendo wouldn't be who they are if they didn't have Mario plastered over every type of game. Zelda, Donkey Kong, Kirby. I mean, they have the names. PlayStation, we have the names. And even Xbox, to a degree, they have a name, even though you can put them on PC now. Like Forza is going to the Windows Store via PC. You got a Halo. What was it, Halo 5? Something like that. Gears is on the PC now. Like, their whole library is on the PC, except for Sunset Overdrive. I don't know why Insomniac hasn't decided to put that game over there. I did talk to them. They said it because Microsoft made it, and it was a Xbox only exclusive when they struck the contract, so they don't have any plans for them to develop the port. And clearly Microsoft themselves don't have a porting developer. So I'm pretty shit out of luck on that one. Because Insomniac's working on Spider-Man, and then they have another IP for Sony they're making afterwards. So, you know, Sunset Overdrive, for obvious reasons, is not going to the PC. But other than that, everything on Xbox is on PC. I mean, you guys got some good IPs over there. You got Halo and Forza and Gears. You know, I mean, do you really need Spider-Man, God of War, and Horizon Zero Dawn? I mean, I think you could be all right.
I think it could definitely add to the catalog of great games, third party. And my whole thing is, hey, who develops God of War? What's the name of the studio?
Sony Santa Monica.
Okay, so let's say Sony Santa Monica decides they want to release their game on multiple platforms. They can provide an incentive to get it for the PlayStation 4 version. Let's say, for example, you get special skins or special weapons, or you know what I'm saying. Something unique to the PS4 version of the game. But it is coming out on every other version, every other platform. The Switch, the PC, the Xbox. But if you get it for PS4, you get this other special thing. And I think that's perfectly okay. What's the game that Ubisoft is doing, coming out with in November or October? You don't know the game I'm talking about where they have Star Fox in it as well?
Exactly, but they decided not to put Ratchet and Clank in the PS4 version. So what you're saying is not true. Not every developer thinks the same way you do.
But that would be smart of them.
That would be smart to put Ratchet and Clank on the PS4 and to put Halo Master Chief on the Xbox version, but no, they didn't. They didn't decide to do that. So they will get considerably lower sales on the PS4 version and the Xbox One version until they add some sort of incentive. So the version that's going to sell the most is Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch version of that particular game will sell the most. They have a massive incentive to buying that game on that system. However, that is a third-party title.
There should be options.
That is a third-party title, and I told you the name of the developer. It's called Sony Santa Monica. Sony is in the name because that is the name of the company that owns that developer. So, why would Sony bring their games that they are funding to other platforms? What do they stand to gain?
New player base. Maybe they see, oh, I can get this special thing in this special version of the game. If I get this other system, maybe that incents them to get a PlayStation 4.
And if you keep the game exclusive, people are going to come over to your platform anyway, right?
You don't have to split the revenue. It goes strictly to your company.
I mean, we'll find out when Spider-Man comes out this September. Either people are going to keep crying about it being exclusive, or they're going to go out and buy a $300 PS4 Slim and play the game. I'm guessing that they're going to buy the PS4 because they know it's never coming to anybody else's platform.
Yeah, they own the company that makes.
I just have a few last questions for you. Do you follow the sales charts in Japan?
Marty, you can tell me
a little bit sometimes.
The advantage of having exclusive is you don't have to split the revenues. Let's say, even though Grand Theft Auto makes a shit ton of money, they still got to split.
Yeah, I mean, it is a portable system. It's clearly going to do very well in Japan.
PS4, Xbox One,
people like handhelds, and I see the Nintendo Switch as the new generation of the 3DS. I don't see another need for a 3DS, if you keep the type of system that they made with Switch.
Exactly. You want
it's a
different,
pretty
unique
impressive
experience.
system. For many
Yeah.
years on PSP
I don't
and
get how they
PS
don't
Vita, I've been
understand
able to
this
play
basic
my
rule of
games
business,
on the
Marty.
TV,
You
even
exclusive,
if
you
I
don't
could
really
go
have to
out
deal
and
with
play
a
them on the
middleman. The
go.
only thing
So
you deal with is
I actually like
distribution
the
and
freedom
having to deal with
that
GameStop.
presents,
That's
and
it.
I believe
You get the
everybody in
majority of the
Japan
money back.
also likes that freedom. So yes, clearly it's going to pass the PS4 in Japan. That's obvious.
And the big cold, I was reading about this the other day, is the big thing, especially when
Oh,
it's
Marty, I'm
something
not
in
having a good
Japan,
day
is
because my
a
laptop
lot of
stopped
the
working
households,
again
like in
because I just
America,
bought it.
it's
I
normal
thought it
for a
was messed
household
up and
to
I wanted to
have
buy another one.
4 or 5
I guess
TVs.
it was
But
having
in
an error with the
Japan,
pin,
it's
and
typical to have
when the
like
pin,
2 or
when I
3.
put the pin in,
Okay.
it
So
worked, but then it kept
a lot
resetting
of
and it stopped
times,
doing the
the
resetting
main
thing, so I don't have to buy another
focus
one.
of
So I
gaming
thought I
with
had
the
to.
younger people is through handhelds. And the Switch inherently is a handheld system.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason. It's a lot.
No, this is a new joint I bought.
TVs
Acer. What it does, Marty, at first it was
Oh,
saying
okay.
a lot of times you'll
there's
see
a problem with your PC
PlayStation
and it would
4s,
just
Xbox
restart,
Ones, so on
and
and
it
so
kept doing the
forth
same thing over and over again.
on
Now
different
it's not doing it no more.
TVs. What do you see as the biggest threat to a PS4?
Oh, I bought
The
mine Joe for
biggest
like
threat? Like, what do you mean?
no $379
The
at
biggest
Acer.
threat in terms of sales,
Full
the biggest threat in
1080p.
terms
It's
of
not like,
knocking it down from
I mean,
being
it got
king.
like I think
Whether
8
it's this
gigs of RAM,
generation or
1
generation
terabyte of space.
after.
It's not like a
Well, the
strong. I just needed to
PS4 is
upload
set
videos,
in this
watch
generation. I
videos,
can't
and
talk
play
about
games.
next
I don't
gen
need to play
because
games or.
that would be a different PlayStation system. So as far as this generation, it's pretty much over. Nintendo and Xbox, they did have their chance of being very competitive with
Yeah,
PlayStation,
it's still
but
working right now, Marty. I was
pushing a
worried, dude.
cross-play narrative with a year and a half left in this generation is not the smartest thing I've saw those two companies do. But with Spider-Man coming out and knowing that you only need one platform to play it, I don't see Nintendo or
that's why I need to
Microsoft
just upload
passing
videos and watch
PlayStation
YouTube
4
videos
in
on there.
sales anytime
Or
soon.
Google search stuff.
Seeing as though PlayStation clearly is above the 80 million mark, they're waiting for some sort of a
Because the Toshiba I had
threshold
it
to
was
announce the new
horrid,
sales
man.
numbers.
If Jay live stream,
Last year they
would
made
buffer,
what
and then I would be
20
like
almost 20
15,
million
20 minutes
the
behind
whole
the
year. They
actual
sold
live
20
stream.
million in the whole year.
It
So
was
if
bad,
it's
dude.
the same this year, if by that
Yeah,
prediction
this
of
one,
last year and the year
I can
prior,
run the video on 1080p
PlayStation
without
might
any
be
problems.
sitting
It doesn't
close to
buffer at
90
all. It
million
continues to
in
play.
January or
And it got great
sometime in the
battery life,
spring
too.
of next
12
year.
hours.
And Nintendo Switch is close to 30 million.
Because I know Acer's
Xbox
make
One
good
is
lap-
at the
good,
30
good
million mark,
laptops, so
probably a
I was
little
like,
bit
why would it
more.
just bust on me
I
after a
mean,
week?
30 million,
Toshiba
80
sell
million,
Acer
I don't really
laptops.
see them
Oh,
catching
Star,
up.
I got
mean,
you, bro. I'm gonna hook you up too.
something
Man. Thank
really
you for the that USB
crazy would
right
have
there,
to happen. Like,
It
I
worked
don't
like a
know,
charm, dude.
some good game
I
really coming
asked
out.
you,
Like,
does
I don't
Toshiba
know,
sell
Smash Brothers
Acer
could
laptops?
do very well, but then again, you know, you got
Acer
Red Dead
what?
Redemption and Call of
Does
Duty that have the
Toshiba sell
promotions
Acer
for
laptops?
PlayStation 4,
Hell
so
no. I don't
that's
know.
gonna
I don't
sell
think so.
systems.
I
So
think
I
it says
don't
it's
I
That
don't
doesn't
see
do
that
it.
happening. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
That's highly anti.
Yeah, I know.
Very
I went
interesting
with
to
another
talk to.
company. Why
You've been a
can't
very
just you can make all type of
intriguing
laptops?
All companies should sell all
thought-provoking
laptops.
in your
Oh,
own
God.
way that I did not expect.
This guy's an idiot. I'm sorry, man. Why
Okay,
can't
thank
this
you.
be on here?
We'll have to do this again sometime.
Why doesn't Toyota make
and
every
really
freaking
hone
car
her
here?
down on one specific subject and see where that takes us.
Okay.
So stupid, man.
It's been interesting talking to you.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at my foot for 18,000 years, if you don't mind. Sorry.
That's cool.
Okay, guys, that debate was weird on the weird pack. That was supposed to be the big
What was
debate
this
tonight.
big thing? And why
We have
everything
another
was on
debate this
everything?
evening, but this guy, he lost. He basically admitted at the end, as you guys could see, that he didn't expect what he got today. This is what happens when you look at Fratenga's debate performance last year and think that it's easy to take me down. Everybody's going to get a different JTech. You're not going to get the same JTech you got last year. So
it looks like it's good, man. This shit looks like it's good.
What's going on, Somatic?
Oh, that was a great movie, dude. Oh, that Baby Driver.
Didn't I tell you, man? Didn't I tell you Baby Driver is a great movie, man?
That was a great
awesome movie.
I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing when Kevin Spacey got ran over twice.
Oh yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
He put a great performance in that, dude.
Damn, somebody made a.
Did he get on Steam and buy package?
Oh, that was great with that
oh, bro, what? He didn't even know I was trolling him, bro. Like this is what I'm saying. Like these guys don't do their research if they listen to me, man. Huh? Shut the fuck up.
I'm wondering where that dude saw a motorcycle land on a guy's teeth.
Yeah, that's what he see that shit.
Bro.
Holy shit. But isn't that an exclusive? Like, if you put special content on the game on each different platform, then those are exclusive pieces of content. So that's anti-consumer.
I'm sorry. All I got from that debate is why can't this do that? I would love for this to be on there. I would love for that. That's all he was saying. Man. I'm like, that's not a debate, bro. That's just you want anything.
What he wanted.
PC.
He was trying to bait me into an argument. And once again, I'm more educated now than ever before about these type of individuals, and I'm not going to go into an argument about why it's not there. I'm just going to tell you the realistic facts. I'm not going to argue. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So, man, what's the point of arguing about your preference when I know how things are and things aren't going to change?
When they do that, that's why I just said, fine, that's cool, but I don't care about your preference. The realistic fact is it's funded by the
This is another thing. As you can see, he did want to dive farther into Spider-Man, but he knew I was defeating him with the history of why that game's exclusive.
I gotta say one thing. Can people stop saying, what if I want to buy this? So how did you get your original PC that you're playing on? Because you bought it the same way I bought my PS4. Stop using this as a defensive mechanism. It's a stupid hyperbole, man.
The debate was over like the first 5 minutes when he said he did not even have a PS4.
Exactly. So that's what I wanted to do.
PSN name.
I got his PSN name, and we're gonna go do some research real quick. I'm gonna send you guys. I'm sending you guys the information to his PSN. I want you to go do your research, please. Somatic, help me out. Pretty sure you can have some fun with this. I'm putting it in the PlayStation Legion chat. All you guys can take a game for his trophies. This is his name.
He was kind of admitting defeat when he said, "Oh, all I got is 2K stuff on there."
Well, that means you own a platform that you refuse to buy exclusives for because you want to play them on your preferred platform. So what you're going to be looking for, Somatic, is you're going to be going through his trophy list and looking at the dates that he got those trophies to see how relevant his playstyle is. If you see how relevant his playstyle is, we can respect him as a current generation gamer. Other than that, if he only plays it casually, we can't really respect him as caring about all platforms equally.
These messages on my phone.
I'm gonna send you
I foresee digital novels. Lots of digital novels.
I got a fucking muff in my room, man. Fucking huge.
What the hell is he talking about?
What the hell,
Adam, we're gonna kick you out of the chat, bro.
I said I got a muff in my room, man. It's fucking huge.
Okay.
A muffin man?
I think he said he has a muffin in his room.
A muff!
What is that? Like a MILF? What?
Is that a cat versus a motorcycle?
It's a butterfly, you muppet.
Oh, it's a butterfly. Okay. False alarm, everybody. It's just a butterfly.
Oh. Illegal, man. Illegal substance.
So, Max, can you look his name up, please?
Yeah, I'm writing it now. I'm about to look up looking up packs. Damn it, I didn't want to go back to that. I was playing Hellblade, having a blast, looking at my
PSN trophies.
Okay, let's go look for this Idiocos. Can't believe my foot is a leg. Can't believe my leg is a foot. Damn it, it's an eye right there. I think these people with this annoying.
There we go. I went to pstrophies.com. I'm going to find out what he's all about real soon.
So, I see 28 players with his shit. Which one is the actual him?
The one with the YouTube. It says it. The one I sent you. Oh man. Never mind.
I don't see no YouTube next to
it. Says YT beside his name.
Let me check my spelling. I'm gonna be off of my.
That's the name he put in the
Oh, my fault. I forgot to put a J in there.
Yeah, you forgot to put that Clay in there.
Stupid ass. Fucking idiotic names, man.
There we
go. Rocket his nose. Okay, I found this. He's a level 3. I don't think it's much investigating we need to do here, man. Okay, he played 15 games.
Yeah, he's a level 3. He has 1 gold, 3 silvers, 38 bronze.
Let's see when the last trophy
a
got
total
here.
of 42 trophies. So the only good game he got was a WWE
3-3 2018 for that one. 4-4-14 2018 for
most of his are not current, right? He played Fortnite, really, but he doesn't.
Relevant. We're in the 7th month of the year, so
he played Uncharted 4, but he didn't beat the game. He only got 2 trophies, so he can't say that he won it.
So what is he complaining that he would love to play Uncharted when you're not finishing the game?
You didn't even play the game. You got 2 trophies in it. I wish I was trying to get this information to you guys during the debate, but I guess it's better late than never. But I did want to confront him with his false
2%,
narrative.
Bro. So let me see how far he got in the story. Because
Infamous Second Son is worse, bro. He only got 1 trophy on Infamous Second Son.
No, he didn't. He didn't do anything in Uncharted. He must have. He only got the first.
Most of his games, he only got 1 trophy. He's probably playing somebody else's PS4. There's no way he owns a PS4 with this lackluster gaming time. Like, he's not playing these games at all.
So he basically got the first treasure and got a multiplayer trophy. That's all he did in Uncharted.
And that's it?
And you would love to play? Yeah.
Do you see the dates? Can you find the dates?
Go back to it.
The dates are 2017.
17.
Most of all the dates are 2017 games. So, bro, like, wow. And his most recent trophy is Rocket League. He could have played that on PC. Yeah, I think this guy's a fraud.
But he'll play his time in multiplayer. That's what he'll do mostly, because he got Uncharted 4 Survival.
You refuse to play the game that you already had access to. Sad.
Yeah. So you're telling me you would love to play PS4 and Uncharted on other platforms, but you won't play it on the main platform? These guys, man. You need to stop following these people, you retards. Infamous Second Son, 1%. Let's see what trophy is this. So that was basically the first chapter. That's the first part. Right. That's all. I
guess they're doing that just to claim that they played the game and that there's no bias, but there's clearly bias.
Yeah, you just can't put the game and get a trophy and think that's all you need to do. Yeah, I thought you played because you would love to play it.
Would he go to a friend's house, put his account on their system?
I hope that's not the. Yeah, I hope
that's not the case, man. No, but a couple PC fans have told me. A couple PC fans told me that they do that. They do that. They go over to a friend's house. They have a PS4. They play the game. They experience the game.
No trophies
and they see if they like it.
No trophies in Ratchet Clank at all. Crash Bandicoot, he has 16%. Damn, he can't even do anything in Call of Duty with all this multiplayer shit. 1% in Call of Duty. Yeah, make sure.
Bro, where is Rated D at, bro? I missed that guy. Man.
He's eating 15 pounds of hot dogs.
Well, that'd be fucked up.
Yeah, people's, y'all don't need to listen to this moron who was talking because he would love to play all these games, but he don't want to complete them. So why would you want to love to play games?
I'm just happy we had this debate, bro. I'm really happy we had that debate because...
that doesn't make any sense. You want to play the games, you would love to play them, but you don't play them the fact you have access to them. So what's the point of you would love to play it on other platforms if you're not going to play it when it's on the platform that it's on?
I don't know, bro. I
That
don't
doesn't make
know.
any sense. That literally is a stupid ass, idiotic contradiction of what the fuck he's saying. Guys, with this all want everything. No, you don't. You don't want to play everything on every platform. You're just saying that as a bullshit defensive mechanism. Another fake outrage.
Exactly, bro. Nothing but fake outrage here, bro. That
Saying
Aquaman
anti-consumer
trailer
don't even,
really, really good, bro. Really
don't
good
even know what it
Aquaman
means.
trailer.
He's saying anti. They don't even know what the meaning of anti is, bro. If it's anti-consumer, it wouldn't be allowed to be sold to you.
I know, man.
It's anti-PC having good exclusives.
Stupid.
What?
It's so
What?
stupid though. So if you think about it, if it's anti, why is Sony selling it to you?
Yes, yes it is. Yes it is.
Yeah, emails are. That's what why the emails did too.
That's one of the
That's
best
right, Marty.
PC exclusives ever.
Yeah, I play that email game all the time. It's pretty good.
Make a new email, check your email. That's the best game ever.
Okay, guys,
Inbox,
we're done
outbox.
with this debate. I cannot sit up here and lie. This was a very, very good debate. I'm glad to have debated a
Good for who?
semi-high profile 1,000 subscriber PC fanboy and just literally prove that he wants everybody to be as pissed off with our platform as he is. And he didn't have anywhere to go once he found out that I wasn't going to be sympathetic to his fucked up agenda. So I'll be seeing you guys with the next debate. I think we have two more. One is tomorrow, and another one is tonight. So I'm going to get in contact with that person. But thanks. I think when we come back, we're going to be featuring another title in photo mode. But thanks for bearing with me. I wanted to play an action game, but I just couldn't.